I said,
wow.
well, I don't understand.
Is it good or?
I haven't read it yet, and it's 41
Okay.
pages.
Could be good.
It's 41 pages!
Oh man, yeah. Like, has it been reviewed or?
No, that's
Oh.
just it. So, but she thought the topic was good because it was dogs' deception, how dogs deceive people.
Okay.
So.
You wonder if that's somebody she knows or a grad student.
Well, that could be that could be people she knows, and she just wants to put it out there.
Yeah.
But,
Please help my grad student.
So I was like printing off. I had to go back and get more paper and get more ink because I can't read on a screen. I've got to read on paper.
Sure, yeah.
And I've got to underline and highlight.
Yep.
And that's my old way of doing it.
Yeah.
I've been looking. My sister said, well, there's a certain setting that you can highlight. I said, it's not the same as holding it in my hand.
Yeah, it's the tangible. Like, that's how, I mean, people who don't get that,
Right.
just don't, like, they're in a different world.
They are in a different world. They
Yeah.
can look at a screen and read something, and they know it.
Yeah.
I've got to highlight, and then I underline, and then I take notes.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, no,
and
that's,
by the time I do it, then I know it.
because you've done it for so many years, you know,
Right.
even from med school.
Exactly. Well, that's how I did it then, you know.
Yeah.
So it was really funny. My husband said, you're running through paper and ink like crazy. I said,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Oh, yeah, no,
This is education. I'm learning. I'm loving this course.
Yeah.
See, I'm talking about it. I'm having bored you guys to death talking about it.
No, I'd like to be, I mean, I'm always learning.
Right, yeah. And learning about the dogs
Yeah.
is really neat. And then I'm doing another
Big Red Puppy has been moved. I think we just got to get his paperwork.
another webinar on
Perfect.
dog
Thank you so much.
sociability
Yeah.
and their
Thank you.
assessments for getting them adopted and their thresholds for aggression, like resource guarding,
Oh, yeah.
dog aggression, dog human aggression. There was the fourth one, and I forget what it is. And this woman, Sue Sternberg, is giving the lecture with her friend Tim Lewis. Tim Lewis is a vet, and he does a lot of, they work together a lot. And her stuff is fabulous, and she has an assessment to check sociability in dogs.
Yeah.
She has a whole, so so it was online, and I said to my husband, okay, should I download it or should I buy it? And I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
he said, well, what is it?
What
I said,
channel now for
150
BRP?
pages.
Oh, yeah.
He's in kennel one. And plus, there was no paperwork on his kennel, so he doesn't have any.
I said, don't
Take the chance, you know, yeah.
Thank you.
just sitting there
Right on. I think behavior has it because he's still in second
Oh,
eval.
yeah.
wasting all
Just-
that
just-
ink.
Roger.
And you get a crummy copy.
Exactly. He said, at least in the book, he'll have a cover.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
No, I mean, I get that. You know.
Yeah. So I ordered that. She's brilliant. So I'm in the middle of that webinar. But after you do the webinar Saturday morning, they send you the whole thing, that copy of it. So you can follow it. And then what I do then, I can stop it and start it, and I can take notes from her screen. During the lecture, I can't do it. I
Okay,
can't
too
take notes.
fast.
She goes too fast.
Yeah.
But she's wonderful. She's the one who did a webinar on dog cognition and teaching that you can teach dogs colors, but they only can see blue and yellow. They can't. They're colorblind to red and green. So
Yeah,
they can do
yeah.
blue and yellow, and I'm working that with my dog. And then what other stuff? Oh, learning names of their toys,
Okay, yeah,
which
yeah.
is
sure.
really neat. I
Yeah.
love doing that. And in our lecture, there was one dog, Chaser. Have you ever heard of him?
Who?
Chaser. He was a border collie. No, this doctor
famous dog.
had him. Yeah, he knew 1,000 different toys,
Really?
and the guy would have a pile of toys,
Yeah.
and he would have names on them, so he couldn't remember all the names, but the dog could. So he would say, Chaser,
That's good.
get so and so, and Chaser would run and go through all his toys and pull out the right toy.
Yeah.
So then he would put a pile of toys down, and he would put a new toy down that the dog never saw.
Yeah.
And he would just call it Piggy, let's say.
Yeah, sure.
And he'd say, Chaser, go get Piggy. And Chaser would run to the pile, and he could deductive reasoning say, well, I know what these are. So this must
the one
be
I don't
it.
know.
Yeah.
126 is clear for you, Christy.
That is some serious.
That was
reasoning.
really neat. So do you know Neil Tyson deGrasse?
I've
The
seen the name, yeah.
astrophysicist?
I've
Yes,
seen the
You've
name,
seen
yeah.
him on TV. He's brilliant, and he writes really well, and he's entertaining.
he's African American, I think.
Yeah, he's African American. I think he's in New York, but he's an astrophysicist, and he wrote this great book, Astrophysics for the Regular Man, or something
Yeah.
like that. But he did an interview of Dr. Piley, who raised Chaser, and videoed, and
Yeah.
showing that Chaser could do all this stuff.
Yeah.
It was really, really neat.
Oh.
So my dog knows 3 toys.
Oh, yeah.
He knows his ball, he knows his bunny, and he knows his gator. That's it.
I mean, there's got to be savant dogs just like there's savant people, you know?
Well,
Right,
you know what they said,
yes.
though, that he works with him, and when he trained him,
Uh-huh.
he would work with him and go over it and go over it and go over it. And every
Yeah.
month, he practiced every single toy.
Oh, okay. So it got ingrained.
It was constant reinforcement, constant
Yeah.
reinforcement. That was how he taught him that.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
said if he stopped working with him, he would not remember. He had to work every month with him. He had to train every month.
I understand that. I
So-
taught myself Japanese, and I'm.
You're kidding?
No,
Really?
no,
Do you
yeah,
speak
yeah.
it?
I just learned stuff.
On your own?
Cool, man.
So you just
Very
absorb it?
cool.
I mean, it took a lot of work.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's a really hard language. to
Yeah,
learn.
that's like one of the hardest.
Yeah, it's
Oh
2
my-
alphabets and 2,000 symbols.
Do you know them all?
What's that?
Do you know all the symbols?
I did.
Oh my
I mean, now
God.
I've forgotten probably 2/3 of them.
When did you do that?
It's like in the 2005 to 2010.
Right. Oh my God.
That's cool.
Wow.
And it was just
Just
because
on your own?
just on my own, no good reason.
Oh.
It's an interesting language. You know?
Right,
And the symbols, to me, the symbols were what really drew me in.
right,
Was,
okay.
The
Right.
Chinese symbols, you know,
Right.
are just.
Yep.
It's like literature. I
And
like-
you could write them, learn how to write them? Did you
Yeah,
have
that
to get
was-
special pens to do it?
No,
And
I
special
just,
ink?
No, I didn't do calligraphy. But
Oh,
I just
okay.
did that. But you have to get the stroke order right.
Right.
Like which direction is really
Right,
important.
right, right.
Because I've tried it. Like I've noticed that people that don't do the stroke order correctly,
Right.
they don't look right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And it's like, so you do, you know, the things like that.
Right.
You know, and I really like, I would reteach myself the symbols
Right,
twice.
right.
I'd learn it the first time and it wouldn't look just right, and I'd study it again and then
Right.
figure, oh, you know what? This is sort of the technique you
Right,
use, you know?
right.
And they don't really tell you that, you just have to see it.
Right. Oh, my God. So did you buy a download kind of thing to learn it, or how did you, where
I
did
had
you
3
find the
books.
stuff?
So I had really just, 3 books.
And
it
did you
was a
have
part of the
DVD to
series.
hear it?
What's that?
How about to hear it? How did you
Here it is easy because it's, I mean, I've watched a lot of Japanese, like, movies. and
Oh,
anime.
really? Okay, okay.
So I knew that, like, and that wasn't too hard. But,
Right.
and it's not like Chinese where you have the tones.
Oh, okay,
You
okay,
know?
all
But
right.
what's funny is I went to China and the people there were just amazed that I knew like traditional Chinese songs.
Right.
Like
Ah.
they use simplified Chinese, and it's
cool,
like
man.
I could do like most of the